everyone told you that you need closure to move on, okay? You need the apology, you need the explanation, you need to have that final conversation with your ex before you move on because of the pain they caused you. What if I told you something different? What if I told you, one, that you don't need that apology from them? Two, you don't even need their explanation. Three, you don't even need them, okay, to move forward. Healing begins when you stop chasing after closure and start creating your own. To be honest, that is when true healing starts. Hey, if you're a first-time viewer, I want to say welcome. Okay, this is Here with Hannah, and I'm Hannah here. All I want to do is to create a safe environment where every woman that is emotionally abused get their healing, restore their identity, and move on back on track on their glorious life. Okay, now closure is overrated, and you don't need it to move on. And I have my reasons. One of the hardest truths that we need to sit out, okay, as survivors of emotional abuse, one of the hardest truths that we need to sit out is this: most often the people who abused us emotionally never take responsibility for their actions. That is number one. And number two, the people who abuse us emotionally never sit down to acknowledge or admit the damages they have caused. And the third one, which is very painful, is this: most of the time, the person who abused us emotionally, they move on easily with their life as if nothing ever happened. So right now, you are stuck, you are in pain, you are trying to figure out why he treats you this way. They've actually moved on. In their own world, they are free, they have moved on. So why would you be stuck waiting for a closure that is never coming? Let me share my story with you, okay? One of the times that I had a terrible experience with my ex, like, he said very mean things to me. Then I was pregnant, I was expecting our baby, and the tension was so dark, okay? He could say a lot of mean things to me, not caring how that made me feel. At a point when I was pregnant, to be honest, I was thinking of doing something terrible to myself. I was thinking of taking out my life. Yes, that was how the pain he caused me pushed me into. And I had to report to our pastor. I said, please, this man is saying a lot of mean things to me, and they are making me contemplate taking my life. And he screamed. He said, no, Hannah, no, you don't have to let anyone put you through that. You are carrying a baby. Please, your emotional state is very important. And also, if this is not handled properly, you can get high blood pressure, and you don't need it in this pregnancy. Now, that was how bad it was. After I had my baby, okay, and then I expected that he would come and say, oh, I'm sorry about the terrible things I said to you when you were pregnant. I'm sorry about the pain I caused you when you were carrying our baby. I was expecting that. But guess what? It never came. It never came. And did I remain stuck waiting for that apology? No, I did not. In a few moments, I'm going to share with you what I did to create my own closure that made me move forward without his apology, without his repentance, without he trying to explain the reasons behind his behavior. Okay, I will share with you what helped me to move forward. All right, if your abusive partner, ex, let me use that word, who caused you a lot of pain, never came to apologize for their behaviors, for all the ill treatment and the damage they caused to you, if they never came to take responsibility and explain their behaviors, are you going to remain stuck forever just waiting for them? Of course not. Your life should not be on a pause because you're waiting for someone to give you a closure. No. That is why I say that closure is highly overrated. And I repeat, closure is highly overrated. Let me say this. Just imagine someone who intentionally, deliberately caused you a lot of pain, a lot of emotional damage. What makes you think that that person would want to actively cooperate to give you a closure that will help you heal? if they could actually allow themselves to be used by whatever to cause you pain, what makes you think that they would want to give you a closure so that you could heal? Because I believe that emotionally abusive people do it because they want to cause pain. They want to see how they can make that pain shrink their victim. So this person who has caused you pain wouldn't want to give you the closure. So don't wait for closure. In a few moments, I'm going to tell you how you can create your own closure. Don't wait for them because they are never going to give you that. It is not in their nature. Real healing starts when you stop chasing for closure, yes, and start choosing your peace. And how do you choose your peace? You choose your peace by not waiting for any explanation from them, or waiting for any apology from them. You choose your peace by saying, I will not allow the actions of this person to control the outcome of my life. Okay? You choose your peace by saying that I will not wait for this person who broke me to come and fix what he broke, because I know he will not want to do that. If he was a generous person, he wouldn't have broken me in the first place. So this is how you start your healing journey. Now let me share with you few ways that you can create your own closure. Okay, first is this: admit what happened. Admit, in fact, sit down, grieve over the pain. If you need to cry out loud, shut yourself in the room, cry, shed the tears. What they did was horrible. What they did was painful. You don't need to pretend about it. It's not like, okay, because you want to choose your closure, so pretend like nothing happened. No, admit the pain. Admit the truth. Admit the situation took place. Your experience is valid. Your pain is truth. Sit and grieve, cry, shed the tears. And then when you're done, we move to the second one. And this is very helpful. Write an unsent letter to your abusive ex. The person who caused you that pain, the person who emotionally abused you, the person who never brought closure. Write an unsent letter to him. Detail all that happened, okay? Write in the letter everything that happened. Also include what you expected them to do, okay? You expected them to say this, you expected them to behave this way, you expected them to at least give a call, you expected them to at least send a text, you expected them to understand. All that you expected, write it in the letter. And then also include an apology to yourself, okay? And apologize to yourself, okay? On his behalf, make the apology in the letter. Since you did not show up to apologize, I'm going to apologize on your behalf in your voice, saying, I'm sorry. Write it in the letter of apology, how you wanted to be apologized to, what you wanted them to say. Say it to yourself in that letter. Once you are done, seal it up and drop off. At any time of your convenient time, you can just set it up and burn it, okay? That is the second way you create your own closure. Write the pain, write what you expected them to do, write the apology you expected and the explanation you expected from them. Right there, you get to excel. The third way that you can create your own closure is this: stop replaying the past in your head, okay? We just sit down, we continue replaying the event, what they did, how they did it, how it made you feel. We continue to replay it over and over. Stop it. You can. Once that thought comes to your mind, to replay the whole conversation, to replay the entire event in your mind, pause at that moment. Replace it intentionally in your mind. I do that a lot. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what he did. And when the video start playing in my mind, I intentionally shut it and replace it with another thought. Or I change my position just to get myself distracted, and I don't have to think about that anymore. So stop replaying the event, stop reimagining the apology. You know that imagination you have, okay, you imagine them walking, coming to say, oh, I'm sorry about what happened, I'm sorry. Stop that imagination, stop replaying the event in your mind. That is the third way that you can create the closure that you seek. And the last one, which is extremely powerful, is this: change your focus. And this was instrumental to me, this fourth one. Change your focus. Change your focus from dwelling on what happened and start focusing on growth. Yes, start looking at for, okay, how can I improve myself right now? Okay, do I need to go for a mini course? Do I need to go for a therapy? Do I need to see a therapist? Do I need to start a gym class? Do I need to register for a course? Do I need to take a travel, take it on a journey? What do I need to do right now? Change your focus. Engage yourself in something that improves you. This really helped me a lot. Okay, to me, I just started upskilling myself. Okay, I started looking at, okay, courses. I started taking on courses upon courses. I started reading deeper, and I started to develop myself. Okay, and that is why I'm here making this video, because it was through that process that I got to see that, oh, how about me helping other women who are emotionally abused to get back on their feet? If I hadn't changed my focus to start developing myself and reading up and attending classes online and all the rest, I wouldn't be here. So change your focus. Engage in activities that improves you, makes you a better person. And in so doing, you'll be so caught up in your development and the positive development around you that you wouldn't even remember. And when you eventually remember, it won't even be a big deal, because you have moved past that level where you were with them. Okay, all right, I think I'm gonna stop here so that this video will not be long. But if this video resonated with you, I want you to send a like and subscribe, and also try to share it with other women that are going through emotional abuse and they are waiting for closure. Tell them that they can create their own closure. And don't forget that this is a safe place for women to heal, and I am rooting for your healing, and I do not want you to keep your healing in the hand of anyone who abused you. Take back your authority, take back your power. You can get yourself the closure that you need. You don't have to wait for the apology. You don't have to wait for the explanation. You don't have to wait for the final conversation to start your healing journey. Create the closure that you deserve and move on with your beautiful life. Okay, subscribe to join our healing journey. Okay, you are not broken, you are not weak, you are healing. I see you doing greater things. Bye for now. Bye bye. Ciao.